And how do these NFTs work alongside with the tokens in the game? So, like, how do you kind of design the tokenomics around having both a token and the NFT?
Yeah, so for Reign of Terror, we have different parts of the game that we released earlier. So they have different like core gameplay, but the NFTs and they all use the same token, or they will use the same token once we release it. And they all have NFTs that you can use. So how is it used? Well, so there's different like categories of NFTs. So I would say the one we released first are Genesis PFPs. So that's more of a representing the world of Reign of Terror. And they do provide a lot of utility right now, and they also provide different benefits, in our future titles with Reign of Terror. But I would say the core asset you would need to play are agents. So the way they're 3D models with stats and skills. That's what you need to play basically. But then there's ways you can increase their power. So besides leveling it up, fusing it. So to fuse something, you would need at least two agents. You would choose which one to keep, and you would burn the other one. And you also have to add a catalyst, which is just a off-chain item, and then you'd also have to spend some ROT, which is our token. So that's kind of the very most basic way the token and is used with the NFTs. But then we also have crafting, which is kind of like a form of just burning, right? Because you're burning certain materials to you're consuming certain like items to create weapons and items as well as armor, and those can be equipped on the agents. So you have the agents as kind of the base NFT, and then you also have the items as just another type of NFT.
Okay, and what's
Those are the main.
mhm,
Sorry.
sorry, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I would say those are the main ones, right? But like for land NFTs, that's something we'd be developing out later in the future, just because we want to make sure these two parts work well first.
Okay, and what's the utility of the token?
Yeah, so for the token, well, I mean, I did mention that you do need it to trigger a fusion. So when you're leveling up the agent to actually, you'll get to like kind of a level cap, and to actually increase that and make it a more rare version, you'd have to burn some of your NFTs and also spend a token. For what we have out right now, so we have part one of Reign of Terror called Awakening. We are releasing a very large update for that in about 2 weeks. You for that one, it's a community board game, so you would actually be using the token after TG. I mean, to basically do everything in it, right? To do missions, if you want to get a reward multiplier, if you want to speed up the time it takes to complete the mission. Um, I mean, that's like a whole nother thing, but basically they all use the same token.
Okay, that makes sense.